Hi guys, so today I just kind of want to have some fun with some of these LDRS creative masks. The alphabet, I think on the packaging it says Adorned Calligraphy mask, but on HSN I think they have a different name for it. But either way, I want to play with these. I had said I would come back and try out maybe some stencils with them and things like that, which I think will make for a really quick and beautiful card, so we're definitely doing that today. I just brought this out because it is a bundle like this, and these items were initially sent free of charge from my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and then the links I'll have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links, so thank you guys. Yeah, so today we're just gonna play. So I have those guys. I had, just brought out some different stencils. I was thinking about this one. This is a die press like spotlight stencil. It has sentiments, which we're not going to use today, but I like the way these stencils have like these different shapes we can stencil through with our mask, and I think it'll be really fun. LDRS Creative also has some stencils that are like shapes like circles and squares, like spotlight stencils is what they call them. I think those would also be really great to work with these guys. So I'll link them if you, or I should have a video with them too. So I'll link the product, I'll link the video that where I use them. You can check those out. But yeah, so I'm just gonna just grab some paper, probably some nice, nice weight paper, and we'll start off with something simple, and then maybe do a couple different designs. So I'll be right back. Start off, I have two pieces, card topper type things. 4¼ by 5½, so just A2 size. I'll probably use dies to cut into them. Yeah, we'll see how it goes, but I'm just going to grab these guys. And last time we did like a monogram, or I guess one letter. You can definitely do a monogram effect where you have like the initials here and then the larger one in the center, which would generally be the, is it the first name or last name? I thought it was last name. Anyway, let me see what I'm thinking about trying out. I was thinking about doing just maybe like hi, something, a couple letters. So we have an H. I'll say, is the I on here too? I can see the H. Oh, I see a capital I. That's cute. Are they all capitalized? I wonder. Let me see. Yeah, there's a few pages of the same thing, so I'm just going to skip to the next. Yeah, okay, so let's do an I that's a little bit shorter and an H, but like this capital H. Or you can go, actually, do they have lowercase? No, they're all capital letters, looks like, right? Okay. So I'm just going to place this over here for a moment, just because I have it ready to go. And then a small I. And this is a capital I, but I think if you put like a rhinestone, it would just look like you dotted an I, like a lowercase I. Okay, so let me see about those. We have this. Again, I might use a die to cut that later. Ooh, does that work? I'm just trying to see if that would fit my letters. I think that one's a little bit too small. This is probably my best option. And if I'm going to do that, then let's put it on there. Cute. Okay, let's just do it this way. This is the wording is where it is. Okay, I'm going to tape that down. And this is basically centered right there on that A2 size. And I'm just sticking it down here. And let's see. Hopefully that works. All right, looks good. Again, if I use a die to cut this out later, I'm not too worried. I'm just kind of eyeballing what might be center here. I'm not going to push that down quite yet. And a little bit this way. And then our I. Again, this is a capital I, but if I put a little dot, then it'll just be like a lowercase. I'm looking at the bottom of that one to line this guy up. Nice and straight. A little more this way. That looks pretty good. Okay. So I centered it in here, left and right, we'll see. But again, if I use a die to cut this, I can kind of have that to help me center it a little better. And then let me grab a couple of colors. I want to start with something light that will kind of take up this space. And then if I want to top it off with another floral or whatever it is, I think that look really pretty. So let me grab some colors. I'll be right back. See the lettering there, but it definitely has an H and an I. So I was looking for a very light yellow. It's going to be a little brighter than I was thinking, but let's try this lantern yellow. And the reason I'm doing yellow is because that way if I use I'm thinking about using one of these floral stencils. If I use red or green, it might give a little orangey look, and that's fine, or green, a little bit more yellow, but it's not going to interfere with that stencil being put on top of it. And I definitely want something around the edge here, so I'm going with yellow. So let's just go in there, and I'm going to do this kind of lightly, but it's definitely going to help us make our letters pop, instead of just having a stencil that's a flower that maybe it doesn't have enough areas, right, to make the H and I really pop. So let's do something like that around the edges, something like that. Okay, and then let's do have olive branch green, and maybe, ooh, let's go scarlet rose red. And let me grab this guy. And I did bring out my brushes, but I might switch to something else. So I'm just gonna eyeball that and just kind of having this come off the sides. This one's missing the leaves down here, so maybe we'll bring it up just a little bit more so we get some leaves all over. And I really want this to kind of get in with the lettering here, so that looks good right there. I'm gonna tape that down. There we go. And like I said, I have just a little bit of green, and maybe I'll use a little finger dauber or something smaller. Let me see. Oh, I have this little guy. Okay, so olive branch, and literally just here. And I have two stencils, okay? I haven't removed my other stencil. Just one right on top of the other. So there's some green, and I have some greenery over here. This might be the kind of thing that I need to pounce. Really getting in there. Especially since you have the two stencils, you really want to push through that other stencil. How cute. And so I can just kind of go ham with my ink. I'm going to tape this off just a little bit. That way I don't have to be careful later. So I'm going to tape this part where I did the greenery. I'm going to tape this part just so when I go in with the red, I'm not making a big mess, and I can see there's a tiny little piece over here where this green, where this little sprig comes in. So there's that, and then I'm going to use the red. And I'm just going to use my big brush and just go in there, because again, we have all our stencil and everything else, so let's just do that, and I think this is going to be very pretty. I just lay the color down pretty thick in the center, and then I kind of go out. So if it gets lighter on the edges, that'll be pretty, and it gives a little different look to your rose. And of course we can take a peek. I think that'll be good. Yep. All right. So we have a couple things. Take that guy and take this guy. And you can also do stenciling and then do some more stamping, you know, with the flowers set, with any little images that you have. I think it'd be really cute. You have like little birthday stickers and things like that. How cute is that for a birthday card, just to have the stamping all around your letter mask that's like little balloons or cakes or whatever it might be. But let's remove this guy. And then we have that. I'm gonna wash that, of course. And then we have this to remove. And I suppose before you remove any of this, you could take your lettering just to see if that's what you wanted. Look how crisp and clean. And then we have this beautiful image there. And then we're going to remove, oh, where's my tweezer? I used it earlier. And again, I used the small I, even though it's supposed to be a capital I. Look at that. And then you can pop this back on the carrier sheet where your stickers came from, your mask came from, and you can use it again. And let's lift this guy up. That's really pretty. Very subtle and pretty. Look at that. How cute. So we're going to finish this up as far as making it into a card in just a bit, but that is my stencil, double stenciled little note card. Okay, I will be right back. So I just, you know, we still have another piece of paper, like the card topper that I had done initially. And I thought, you know what, let's use the same mask over. And I'm just going to turn the colors up a little bit on this next one. It's still going to be stenciling. Actually, it's going to be a little bit of coloring, I guess, than stenciling, which again, you can definitely do with a piece of paper that's already a color, right, if you wanted to. But I'm going to go ahead and just make it real artsy. So I'm going to bring this guy over. And I have this guy that'll be blue. And let's use this Bali blue. It's so pretty. And I'm just going to come in and, oh, actually, we need to put our stencils down, our masks down. Hello. All right. So what I'm going to do on this one, again, kind of note cardish, I'm just going to put it down here. So just kind of eyeballing how straight my little eye is. And then this one, again, looking at the foot of the H, just to have it about even with this the eye. And we'll do that. Looks pretty even there. Okay, there's ink on there, so I don't want to get it all over the place, but it's pretty much set. So there we go. And I'm just going to bring in some blue and go all over the place. And then on top of this, I'm going to come in with black. I think that'll be really striking. So let's just basically color in this whole thing. And you know, you can see there I did it kind of with a heavy hand. I don't really care. We're going to go over it, and I think I'm going to use this stencil because it's very busy, has a lot going on. I think it'll help that pop. So we're going to do that one afterwards. So I'm just going to go in and just add color all over, okay? Really making sure we have it nice and around this whole lettering. And I'll be back once this is kind of filled in. So just something like that. Artsy, fun. This is what I was telling you guys. I have these all mixed up. Like, not to look at mine as far as groupings of LDRS creative inks because they're just, that's called At the Beach, but I'm pretty sure there's things in there from another set of little gems there. Okay, so I'm gonna put this here, and I'm gonna tape it just a little bit to help me hold it down because I really need this to be really covered in the black ink. So I have this guy. I could have put tape underneath that piece too if you don't want it to move. And let's just go with some black ink. Oh, how about some something glimmery or something like that, right? Like shimmer kind of stuff, or even some gesso or something like that. That'd be really fun. But I'm gonna go in here, again holding everything down and really getting that black ink pushed through my stencil, and I'll be back once I've covered the whole thing. There, I'm really making sure it's like pushing through. You know, get that really nice opacity in every little area, especially around that mask area. And you can always take a little peek. Oh, that is so pretty. I know I had moved it just a little bit up here on the top, but that looks really cool. Okay, let me go wash this off, and I'll be right back. Let's remove this. Oh, look how that pops! Again, put that back on your carrier and you can reuse them until they just don't stick anymore, or however. Oh my gosh. That is so pretty. Look at that. And to be honest, I'll leave that one just like that with the high, you know, well, I can put a little rhinestone or something to make that pop. Die cut, whatever it is. I'm gonna take a little bit off of the edges. I wasn't paying attention to anything on this as far as like up and down and left and right. So there's a little extra on this side than there's on this side, but I will trim this down so that I can matte layer it on a card. And then we'll see about how we frame this guy up over here. I probably will trim this one down also. And I'll probably just do it by hand. I don't think I'm going to bring a die, but I'll be right back. Hey guys, so I have just a standard A2 size card base here, A2 size. This was almost like centered perfectly on that 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. It was literally like maybe 1/8 of an inch over on this side, so it was like 1 1/8 inches, and then like 1 inch or whatever. So I was like, oh, and top to bottom I had centered it pretty well. So I'm just going to take this cardstock, this craft cardstock card base, and we'll pop that on there, and then we'll pop a little eye on there to finish that off. Just keep it as a note card, right? And this guy, all I did was trim down a little bit, again, off that one edge and then off the top. So this is actually 4 by 5 1/4, so a little smaller than I usually do for matte layers. Like this one's 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, because that's what I prefer. But I do have, again, because those are 2 card toppers I made, I still have the other piece of that A2 size paper. So this is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, and I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. And I am so sorry I got black ink all over my nails. But it'll come out. Alright, so we have 4 1/4. So we're making a little card base. And I'm going to also make a matte layer, just because I do like my cards to have a little extra, so it's a little different than just a note card, because we are adding some different layers here. So you can see that. I'm probably going to go ahead and line it out with some black paper. So I'm going to cut down a piece of paper to 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so we have our pieces here, and again I'll just layer those and glue those down. If you want more dimension, you know, you can definitely pop it up one layer or the other, or both layers, or whatever it is. So I can put that on there. And then this guy right on here. And again, more dimension, you can look at your stencil design and see if there's a place where you can add a little of this, a little of that, like maybe in the little dots in this one, some Nouveau drops or something, or just little rhinestones or whatever it is. So you have that one, super crisp, a little high. And then this guy, I'm just going to glue it down also. And just add a little something on the eye. So that guy's just... I will hold that down for a little bit. And I'm going to use this One Fine Day. These are so cute, because I was looking at these deeper colors. They almost really echo like this middle color here, like depth, almost like a reddish, brownish red. So I thought that'd be cute. Oh, even the pop of orange, isn't that cute? Oh man, I don't know which one to use. I think I'll still go with what I was thinking about, which is this guy. I love the way the ring light looks in the little circles and all those. And let's just pop that guy right there. Another sweet card. So you have that artsiness of, you know, using your little stamps. Super pretty. This is gorgeous. This is like one of my favorite cards I've ever made. I love it. It's so pretty. But if you want to use the same, you know, mask and make it a little bit quicker, still artsy but quicker, you have something like that, something like this. I mean, there are just a ton of ideas. Again, these guys you can put back, they're still tacky, you know, so you can put them back on the carrier and use them again. Yeah, so thanks so much guys. Thanks for watching. I'll have images coming up. I'll have the links in the description box, and I'll see you all at the next one. Bye now.